Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Hello learners, I am Dr. Rekha Sharma, former professor, UGC Human Resource Development Center, Rashtrasanta Tukaroji Maharaj, Nagpur University, Nagpur. In this video, we shall study classification and composition of fruits and vegetables. The objectives of this video are: after studying this video, the students or learners will be able to classify fruits and vegetables, and they will be able to discuss the composition of fruits and vegetables. Webster's repeat. Now let us start with the definition of fruits and vegetables. Webster's International Unabridged Dictionary says there is no well-drawn distinction between vegetables and fruits in the popular sense, but it has been held by the courts that all those which, like potatoes, cabbage, carrots, peas, celery, tomatoes, etc., are eaten with the principal part of the meal are to be regarded as vegetables, while those used only for desserts are fruits. Botanically, fruits are considered the ripened seeds and the adjacent tissues which contain them, and thus definition is often carried over into foods. So apples, peaches, bananas, cherries and berries are always called fruits, while tomatoes and melons are sometimes classed one way and sometimes another. Cucumbers, peppers, squash, and eggplant are usually classed as vegetables, although they are botanically the fruit of the plant. Now let us study fruits in detail. India, with its diverse but favorable agroclimatic conditions, produces a wide range of tropical and temperate fruits and vegetables. A fruit is the edible and more or less juicy product of a tree or plant and consists of the matured ovary, including its seeds and adjacent parts. Fruits are sweet with a wide range of flavors, colors, and textures. Now we'll start with the classification of fruits. Fruits are divided into groups depending upon the shape, cell structure, type of seed, or natural habitat. One system classifies them into the following groups: berries, citrus fruits, drupes, grapes, melons, pomes, tropical and subtropical fruits. Now let us study according to this classification. Now berries. Berries are fruits with layers of pericarp, that is fruit coat, which are often homogeneous except for the skin on the outside. The pericarp layers are pulpous and juicy and contain seeds embedded in the pulp mass. The fruits have a fragile cell structure that is damaged by rough handling or freezing. Some important berries are strawberry, gooseberry, currant, blackberry, raspberry, blueberry, cranberry, etc. The berries are high in acid, that is citric, malic and benzoic acid, and have high pectin content, rich flavor and color. Berries are dessert fruits. They are largely used in the preparation of jams, jellies, and various baked products such as pies. Now, citrus fruits. Citrus fruits are one of the largest and most important groups of fruits produced on an enormous scale. The common citrus fruits are orange, grapefruit, lemon, and lime, and some of lesser known members of this family are tangerine, citron, and kumquat. Their bright color, pleasing flavor, and sweetness make them favorite fruits. They are served as juice or slices. The fruit juice on a dry matter basis contains 80 to 90% sugar and acids. Sugar predominates in most species, but in lemon and lime, acid predominate so that they are used in different ways. The richness of vitamin C in all citrus fruits makes them valuable from the nutritional point of view. Citrus fruits have high pectin content in the white portion of the skin, which makes them one of the principal sources of commercial pectin and also of citrus marmalades. All species of fruits contain essential oils in the skin of fruit and often in the flowers and leaves, which are extracted and used in perfumery. Citric acid was being prepared from citrus fruits. At present, however, it is being produced by microbiological methods. Now, drupes. Drupes are edible fruits with a skin and juicy flesh enclosing a single seed that is known as stone. Apricots, cherries, peaches, and plums belong to this group. The fruits belong to the genus Prunus, to which the almond also belongs. The stones of the fruit and leaves of the plant also have a flavor of almond essence. Now, grapes. Grapes are one of the oldest cultivated plants. There are records of details of grape and wine production in Egypt dating to 2400 BC. There are more than 8,000 types of grapes that have been described in different parts of the world. Grapes are generally grouped as a wine grapes and desert grapes. The most important source of both these types is V. vinifera. Over 80% of the world's production of grapes is utilized in making wine and brandy. 7% is dried into raisins, and the remaining is consumed as fresh fruit, or also known as table grapes or processed juice. Over 80% of the world's population of grapes is utilized in making wine and brandy. 7% is dried into raisins, and the remaining is consumed as fresh fruit called table grapes or processed juice. In India, grapes are mostly consumed as fresh fruit. Large size, thin skin, and brilliant colors are appreciated. Grapes are also used as canned grapes and grape juice, both fresh and canned. Grape juice concentrates are also prepared and used. Now, melons. Melons belong to the same family as cucumbers, marrows, and squashes. That is, the family is Cucurbitaceae. Melons are commonly eaten raw. Flesh consists of about 94% water and only about 5% sugars. The seeds stripped of their hard coats may be eaten and also yield an edible oil. Melon or kharbuj is a native of tropical Africa and is cultivated in the warmer regions of the world. It is cultivated throughout India. The varieties vary in size, color, and roughness of rind, taste, flavor, and color of the flesh. The skin may be soft or hard, yellow, green, cream, or orange in color with plain or netted surface markings. The color of the flesh varies from white to cream yellow, orange, or green. Some of the commonly known varieties are muskmelon, cantaloupe, honeydew, etc. Muskmelon, also called sweet melon, netted melon, or nutmeg melon, is usually distinctly netted with a raised network, generally lighter than the overall color of the fruit, which may be yellowish or green. The surface area may be segmented into broad ribs and grooves. The flesh is green to orange and has a musky odor. Cantaloupes have a scaly rind but are not netted. They are often deeply grooved and orange colored. Honeydew is a smooth skinned variety with pale green flesh which is not strongly scented. Now, pomes. Pomes are fruits of apples and pear trees. Repeat. The receptacle which surrounds the ovaries in the flower enlarges to become edible and juicy and encloses the cells containing the seeds. Though apples and pears are grouped together under pomes, there are distinguishing features between the two kinds of fruits. The apple or sebe has been cultivated from time immemorial. Apples are the most important and widely cultivated fruits of temperate regions. They have been successfully cultivated in India since the middle of 18th century, both in the plains and hills of North India. It is now a commercial crop in the hilly areas of Kashmir, Kulu, and Kumaon. Now, tropical and subtropical fruits. There are a number of other fruits of tropical or subtropical origin. Many of them are native to tropical America and some to India and other tropical regions. Now let us see few tropical and subtropical fruits. Amla, avocado, banana, carambola, dates, guava, jackfruit, jambu fruit, mango, papaya, passion fruit, pineapple, pomegranate, sapota, and sitafal. Now other fruits are figs, wood apple, bale fruit, lychee, tamarillos, kiwis, red sorrel, pawpaw, persimmons, nectarines, pitahaya, and zimenia. Now dry fruits. Dried fruits are valued for sweet flavor, and dry fruits such as prunes, figs, raisins, dates, apricots, banana, apple, etc. are important articles of commerce. Most of the fruits grown for marketing as fresh fruits may be dried. Now let us come down to composition of fruits. Fruits contain a high range of water ranging between 80 to 90%. They have only a small amount of protein and are also less in fat, with a few exceptions like avocado or butter fruit, which contains up to 25% fat. The polysaccharides, cellulose, hemicellulose, and pectic substances form the structural components of fruits. These make fruits important sources of roughage, or bulk in the diet. Various sugars are found in them whose content varies in different fruits. Fruits also contain some free organic acids like malic and citric acids occur in most of the fruits, but tartaric acid is prominent constituents of grapes. Oxalic acid, when present, usually combines with calcium to form calcium oxalate. Fruits are good sources of vitamins. Some fruits are very valuable as sources of ascorbic acid, citrus fruits being excellent sources of this vitamin. About 100 grams of orange juice will meet the recommended daily allowance of ascorbic acid, that is 50 milligrams per day. Strawberries, melons, and tropical fruits, that is guava, contains about 200 milligrams of vitamin per 100 gram, are also good sources of ascorbic acid. Yellow fruits contain carotenoid pigments, which are precursors of vitamin A. The B vitamins occur in relatively low concentrations in fruits. Minerals are not particularly high in fruits. However, sulfur, phosphorus, iron, and to a certain extent, calcium are found in good many fresh foods. Various pigments are present in fruits. The yellow and orange carotenoids, as well as red, purple, and blue anthocyanins, predominate in fruits. Some fruits contain a combination of various pigments, like oranges, for example, in addition to carotenoids, contain some chlorophyll. Some oranges also contain anthocyanins. Carotenoid pigments are almost insoluble in water and are not much affected by acids or alkalis. Anthocyanins, on the other hand, are water soluble and change their color with alkali. The color of fruits containing these pigments ranges from deep blue, that is in certain varieties of grapes, to bright red strawberries. Thus, in a combination of fruit juices, often undesirable color changes occur. The color of fruit mixtures may also change when they come in contact with metals. The flavonoids, when they come in contact with the metals aluminium, iron, and tin, as happens in canned fruits, form a complex with metals and undesirable color shifts occur. The surface of some fruits, like apples and peaches, when peeled or cut and exposed to air, becomes brown. And this is owing to the oxidation of phenolic substances by the enzyme phenol oxidase. This can be prevented by the addition of some sugar to the fruit or by addition of small amount of lemon juice. Browning can also be prevented by the addition of ascorbic acid, which acts as an antioxidant, or by keeping the fruit refrigerated until it is used. The flavoring compounds of fruit are many and quite varied. The flavor characteristic of a fruit is due to the characteristic blending of a number of compounds. Acids contribute to the flavor of fruits in free or combined form as salts and esters. Aldehydes, ketones, and esters contribute flavor. Sugar and phenolic repeat. Sugar and phenolic compounds contribute to flavor. Essential oils also important flavor contributors. Now vegetables. Vegetables are plants or parts of plants served with the main course of a meal. Apart from their nutritive value, vegetables add appetizing color, texture, and flavor to our daily food. The texture of a vegetable varies depending on whether it is served raw or cooked. There is a wide range of the characteristic flavors of vegetables. Vegetables are classified on the basis of the parts consumed of plants such as roots, stems, leaves, flowers, etc. But this is not satisfactory as some parts of plants may be grouped under more than one heading. So, vegetables can be divided into two main groups: winter or Rabi vegetables and summer or Kharif vegetables according to their growing seasons. They are further subdivided into groups based on their cultural requirements. On this basis, some commonly used vegetables can be classified as follows: cole crops, root vegetables, fruit vegetables. Now, cole crops. The vegetables of this group belong to the genus Brassica. They grow best in cool, moist conditions. They are grown in winters. The many distinctive vegetables of this group, such as cabbage and cauliflower, are all derived from the wild cabbage, that is Brassica oleracea. Their common ancestry is apparent in the similarity of their inflorescence, flowers, and fruits. Examples are cabbage, cauliflower, kol, Brussels sprouts, Chinese cabbage, broccoli, and kale. Now, root vegetables. The root vegetables belong to different families, but their cultural requirements are similar. They thrive best in the cold season, but some types, especially the radish, are tolerant to high temperatures. Examples are carrot, parsnip, radish, turnip, beetroot, celeriac, and black salsify. Apart from cucurbits, a number of other fruits find extensive uses as vegetables. For example, tomato, bell pepper, eggplant, okra, chow chow. Now, cucurbits. Vegetables such as cucumbers, pumpkins, squashes, and gourds belong to the family Cucurbitaceae. These are tender crops, can be grown on sandy soils, and require plenty of water. Differences in flavor, consistency, and appearance of cucurbits are related to their composition, which determines their suitability for different purposes. Some varieties are excellent for culinary use during the early stages of maturity, but very poor for the same use at later stages, while the converse may be true of other varieties. In India, leafy vegetables or greens from many plants have been used in the diet from ancient times. They are nutritionally very important and are rich in vitamins and minerals. Agathi, spinach, lettuce, porcelain, amaranth, celery, fenugreek, beet green, curry leaves, lettuce, and parsley are some of the examples. Now, non-traditional leafy vegetables. Non-traditional leafy vegetables are seldom used by our population. Generally, the poor and the tribals prefer to include them in their diets. Consumption of indigenous green leafy vegetables has its effects on increasing dietary intakes of iron and provitamins as well as minerals and vitamins. Now, tuber crops. Tubers are an important sources of subsidiary foods. They are rich in carbohydrates and usually store well. Examples are potato, sweet potato, tapioca, Jerusalem artichoke, yams, and colocasia. Arrowroot or jicos is a tropical plant with swollen starchy rhizomes. Now, bulbs. Bulb in botany is a modified stem that is the resting stage of certain seed plants, particularly perennial monocotyledons. A bulb consists of a relatively large, usually globe shaped, underground bud with membranous or fleshy overlapping leaves arising from a short stem. About 27 species of bulbous herbs are found in India, of which onion, garlic, and leek are important vegetables. Now, perennial vegetables. A number of vegetables botanically unrelated, which are similar in that they are perennials, are of some importance. Examples are asparagus, rhubarb, globe artichoke, and bamboo shoots. Now, other vegetables. Leguminous vegetables like peas, drumstick, that is Moringa oleifera, mushroom, and baby corn. Now we will study composition of vegetables. Vegetables differ widely in their chemical composition. Vegetables as a group have a high water content, particularly in the greens. The crispness of greens depends on the water in the cells. Partial dehydration of cells results in a change from a crisp to a limp leaf. The protein value of vegetables is very low except with legumes. The carbohydrates present in vegetables are cellulose, starch, and sugars. Cellulose with hemicellulose and pentosan's forms the structural material of vegetables. Pectic substances, the cementing material, are between the cell walls of vegetables. Some vegetables like potatoes and tapioca contain a high percentage of carbohydrates as starch. In immature vegetables, this carbohydrate is mostly in the form of sugar and gradually changes to starch as the vegetable matures. Vegetables contain non-volatile acids such as citric, malic, oxalic, and succinic acids. These contribute to the flavor of vegetables. The very strong flavor characteristics of some vegetables like onion, garlic, cauliflower, etc. is due to certain sulfur containing volatile compounds. Vegetables contain various chemical compounds responsible for the wide range of colors in their raw and cooked condition. The pigment of green vegetables is due to chlorophyll. The yellow and orange color of vegetables such as carrots and tomatoes are on account of carotenoids. Flavonoids are responsible for the color of red radishes and red cabbage. Now let us summarize. Vegetables and fruits have many similarities with respect to their compositions, methods of cultivation and harvesting, storage properties, and processing. The important distinction between fruits and vegetables has come to be made on the usage basis. Those plant items that are generally eaten with the main course of a meal are often considered to be vegetables. Those that commonly are eaten alone or as a dessert are considered fruits. Vegetables are derived from various parts of plants. It is sometimes helpful to classify vegetables according to the plant part from which they are derived, such as roots, leaves, stems, buds, tubers, and bulbs. Fruits are the mature ovaries of plants with their seeds. The edible portion of most fruits is the fleshy part of the pericarp or vessel surrounding the seeds. Fruits in general are acidic and sugary. They commonly are grouped into several major divisions depending principally on botanical structure, chemical composition, and climatic requirements. Most fresh vegetables and fruits are high in water, low in protein, and low in fat. The water content is generally greater than 70% and frequently greater than 85%. These are the references. With this, we have come to an end of classification and composition of fruits and vegetables. Thank you.